Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the eISL powered by Coca-Cola. Before we have the event started, a huge shout out to our sponsors, starting off with our associate sponsors, Hero, esports partners, Nordwind Gaming, our platform partners, PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners, Terra Virtua, for making it happen. And now, Azim. This is a battle for the top four. And we do have Bengaluru FC going up against Northeast United FC. What are your pre-thoughts?
Oh, this is going to be an absolute cracker. Let's quickly get through the tournament format. Right now, of course, we are at the end of the league stage. This is where it gets so tight. All ends on the 13th of March. 3 games per match, 2 1v1s and 1 co-op. And of course, they're battling to be in the finals, which will be played in the 19th to 21st of March. Only the top 4 teams make it there. And then finally, the winning team will battle it out for 2 team members to represent India at FGS 2022.
Oh yeah, and it just gets down to that, right? Representing the country, but only one amongst the two will be going in. So it's a little bit of a heartbreaking moment also. And we were kind of speculating if SA's Bengal win, then what? But for now, let's take a look at what's on the line. The money, the sweet honey, the first position receiving 15 lakh rupees, the second receiving 7.5, so on, reduces down. And we have a different prize pool altogether for the MVP. Not just 4 lakh rupees, plus a personalized NFT of the player by Terra Virtua.
Yeah, and of course, one of the guys who is competing for that NFT and the MVP prize, the 4 lakh rupees, is of course Imad from Northeast United FC. And before we get into, as you call him, the chocolate boy of the eISL, let's quickly take a look at the leaderboard. And it's very, very tight between these two teams. Of course, it is a battle between 6th place and 4th place. They are, however, level on points. Bengaluru FC having played 1 game less. So you'd have to say for Northeast United FC an absolute must-win game, or at the very least a must-draw game, because it then gets them ahead of Jamshedpur FC with that 1 point because of the quite inferior goal difference that they have, -6. So they'll be really, really looking to get those 3 points today up against Bengaluru FC, because just the amount of goal difference there is -7 to 21. That's pretty much worth 1 point on its own. So they're going to be they really need to get that win. But Bengaluru FC, a team really in form right now. Varsi and Sagnik have really come storming back after a bit of a dip in form. And we do see that Mufu is taking game 1 for Northeast United FC. One of the players not really in form at all, going up against Varsi, who's really been finding his feet so far.
Yeah, Varsi has been having a stellar game altogether. And we've been talking about their second half, right? That is Bengaluru FC. They have been so poised. They've been so good, so elegant. And Varsi, every single time he comes in, gives his team that early edge. And there was a point where we really thought that this league was going away from the clinches of Bengaluru FC. But boy, oh boy, what a comeback have they pulled off. Now, again, Mufu has a lot to prove. But, they've gone against each other in the past, in which Northeast United FC had no trouble beating Bengaluru FC. And you can clearly see Imad scoring that 6 goals over there against Varsi. But that is in the past, right? We have buried the hatchet. And today, it's a fresh new game. This is where Bengaluru FC will be looking for that revenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see all the players getting quite pumped up over there. I think for Northeast United FC, if they are to win this game, they're going to have to do it the same way they did it last time, by winning both their individual matches. And then co-op wise, I think Bengaluru FC are just such a good co-op unit. And Northeast United FC hasn't quite worked for them. They've relied on winning their solo games quite a lot. And if you look at the head-to-head as well, Mufu has struggled to score goals. Generally has been pretty solid defensively, but that too has been not quite happening for him over the last few weeks. And there we go. We have kicked off. It is Northeast United FC in their away jersey, which is white, and Bengaluru FC, of course, in the lovely, nice ink blue color, kicking from left to right. And here we go. Let's see. Mufu's team selection seems to change every day. Every time we see him, he's found a new meta to play with. But going back, I do see Ronaldinho as the player up top. May have got a bit excited also seeing in the last game that Ronaldinho came off the bench and looked very, very threatening. And we do see Bellingham and Ruud Gullit in midfield for Varsi, who gets into the box immediately. And this could be an early chance for Varsi but just about cut out over there. And now with Messi does look for the run of CR7 and needs to play that ball early. He
Oh,
does it. It hits CR7 on the back over there, but still in control. And this time it will be a throw for Northeast United FC.
this is looking good from Mufu, right? The way he started off still has signature Ronaldinho, and I'm kind of curious as to what he's going to pull out of him. But lately, Mufu, like you said, he's been having a really gloomy time, right? He's been losing a lot of his games. Even the last one he played could not find much. But now heading in, um, that's an early offside. It's all right. SC Northeast United FC. Now, this is one of those games that is sort of a must win for them, because if they do win, they're going to retain that top four position and will find themselves in a comfortable seat. But for Bengaluru FC, it all comes down to how they defend that top four position. It's now the battle for the top four has gotten more intensified than ever, with Ronaldinho trying to enter,
Ooh.
doing some stellar moves, but a little too much, as Cancelo will snatch the ball away.
Yeah, absolutely cancelled there by Cancelo, you could say. And now Ronaldo on the flank, but well defended by Mufu. He is looking a bit more confident than the last time out. You'd have to say, I think, looking a bit more comfortable. I'm sure he's been working a lot after a couple of back-to-back defeats for Northeast United FC. So they will be wanting to get their stride back, get their groove back as the league stage now starts to wind down. There was the opportunity to play Messi in early, decided not to take that, and trying to fire that ball into Ronaldinho, who is playing as a striker, by the way. Usually we've seen Ronaldinho employed on one of the wide positions or even in that number 10 position, but in the 4-2-3-1 that Mufu is playing today, it does look like Ronaldinho is the main man. And if I'm not wrong, it's actually Ronaldo 9 who he's dropped out, which most players in the eISL have never been brave enough to do.
Yeah, so quite some risky changes, and we have had a conversation with Mufu regarding the same, right? At one point, he was of the opinion that he's got to let go of the players that he loves and has got to go for those meta picks. But it was just that one day when we really saw him do that. But right after he got his Ronaldinho back, he loves to get crafty. He loves to play the players. He enjoys the game, and that is what FIFA is all about, right? Enjoying what you're playing. And if he's comfortable with it, if he believes that this card is what will get him the win, and there you go, trying to win that header battle. But no, Varsi reading this ball there. But still the possession kept with Northeast United FC.
Yeah, and you just wonder if it had been a natural striker in that position, would he have won that header? We've seen that with SC's Bengal so many times. Trying to trick his way through a very poor clearance over there from Varsi. This time with the Marseille roulette, tries to get that shot away. But of course, the defenders in the way to make sure that nothing untoward happened over there. And well, it's a good game so far. Both players are definitely looking like attacking and trying to score at every opportunity. No caginess happening over here. Bullet just randomly scooping the ball up in the air just for fun, I assume, in the middle. Now with Ronaldo 9, let's see what Varsi has in his locker. Twisting him left and right, getting in there, but Donnarumma is there to make the save, and of course gets it cleanly, no penalty or any such stuff. Of course, Mufu has had a bad experience with penalties in the recent past. Of course, we think back, cast our minds back to that game against Hyderabad FC, where just all sorts of mayhem was happening in that game towards the end. And well, he'll want to have got that out of his mind as soon as possible. And I think Mufu is a guy who, at 0-0 or when he's 1-0 up, I think he's a very, very good and effective player. But once the game starts going away from him, if it does, when he's 1 goal down, 2 goals down, I think that's when he starts to sort of implode a little bit, gets a little tilted. And well, for now, he's handling it pretty well, and will be looking to try and get himself in that score sheet as soon as he possibly can.
Oh yeah, and today's we've seen two games already before this, and they've all been so close affairs, right? Not a lot of openings of we getting to see from these players. Everyone putting their A game, and it's quite understandable why, because everyone wants to win. Nobody can afford to score a goal, and for Varsi, he's got to make sure that he looks out for all those dribbles, those flashy moves, because that is exactly what Mufu is trying from minute one. Now hasn't had quite a lot of success, Mufu, and Warsi now just wants to have that final attack on himself, and a little bit of a volley went in for the shot, but not letting that happen.
Yeah, and still has the opportunity now with Mbappe. Mufu has to be very patient over here, and he is. Lets that ball come to him, and now he has the opportunity for that final attack. Will he get the time to do so? If he has that switch, he does see the switch to the right side, but again, not enough on the ball. And well, I think at 0-0, he would be reasonably happy with that, considering he's conceded a lot of goals early on in the last few games. 0-0 gives him that platform to keep building, and you're right, it is pretty cagey right now because that's just how close it is at the top. I'm sure when we come to the point where it's going to be 80k MB versus Odisha FC, there's probably going to be like 30 goal thrillers happening over there. Because those guys don't have as much to play for. They can just go out and really express themselves and enjoy themselves. But the stakes are really, really high at the top.
Oh yeah, they are, and they're even bigger than ever. And Varsi, he wants full focus while he's inside the game. He does not want any disturbances from outside, and I think that has sort of been working out for him really well. But regardless, as we head into the second half, this is where Varsi needs to find something
Oh,
out, and these sort of cheap giveaways is something that he cannot afford at this point.
yeah, absolutely. That's not something you want to do. Hand the initiative and the momentum to your opponent straight from the restart. And well, Mufu needs to make one of these moves count, but of course, equally, it's important for him to remain composed and not get impatient. And we can see Vasi trying that long ball in behind, very, very calmly dealt with over there, just on the half volley, passing it back to the keeper. And now looking to build on the left flank, he does find Cancelo over there, and Ronaldo looking for the ball in behind. Ronaldinho wins that header, and ooh, it does look like De Bruyne was offside there.
Oh yeah, and at this particular moment, right? This is where we gotta start speculating, right? Mufu has been creating his chances. Varsi has been looking really patient. Who gets the first piece of the pie? So that is going to be so interesting over here. As again, Varsi trying to build up the momentum. It's all about the possession game for now. It's all about having that midfield control. As Ronaldinho will win the ball, of course, he needs to make that right pass at the right nick of time. And Varsi's defense, for the first time, looked to have been opened up. But there you go, Azim. Just when we thought this could have been exactly the moment that Mufu had been waiting for, chance has been snatched away, and this could be a beautiful counter-attack into a goal, but Hakimi saves the day.
Oh yeah, that was last-ditch defending there from Mufu, just getting a body into the way, and I think just taking a few seconds to compose himself before going. But he did create a good opportunity himself as well, and now game starting to open up a little bit. But again, careless from Mufu over there, gives that away. Good press from Varsi as well. Will he go for a long-range shot? No, gives it away, and now this time Varsi is exposed because Root Bullet has gone high up the pitch. Will he look for that long ball? No, he decides to go short, and will be looking to now use Mbappe, get into those wide areas if he can. Decides to go central instead. So trying to build through the middle at the moment, that seems to be what he's going for. Now a great ball in behind, but offside again.
Oh, and we're seeing a lot of those from Mufu's side, and he's got to keep avoiding to do that. And it's almost 60 minutes just gone past by, and this is exactly the opening that Watsi has been waiting for. With Ronaldo did achieve his legs on goal, but now with CR7 wanted to take that shot, but Mufu is not giving him that sliver of opening. Maybe with Mbappe is something that's gonna find. He's just looking for that one right pass, which is not happening at all.
Yeah, Mufu somehow just managing to keep him out. But you do feel that the more Varsi keeps knocking at the door, the sooner he is going to find a way to break it down. And there we go again with Ronaldo. Mufu getting a little bit desperate on defense. Now has a counter-attacking opportunity. But I'm not sure that Ronaldinho is the guy you want leading the line over there. But of course, we know that Mufu, well, he lives and dies and breathes for Ronaldinho in this game, and that's just how he's going to play it.
Oh yeah, and with this, Mbappe, the way that he's been playing over here, we've seen other players, really ooze him out and get the best out of him. And now 70 minutes gone past by. and yet to see that scoring goal. I think this goes undecided, right? This goes down with a draw up and until unless and until Mufu comes up with something. Now the question still arrives, like the question which could be one going on in every Northeast United fans' heart: was Ronaldinho the right pick for Mufu on the striker's position?
Yeah, well, I mean, if he manages to get a goal over here, it proves, well, silences all the doubters. But for the moment, it's not happening. Maybe we might see him make a change. Maybe get Ronaldo 9 on in there, get that little bit of a physical presence involved as well. Because for the moment, it doesn't quite seem to be working. Or maybe even look for getting a little bit of that raw pace in there. Get maybe even Pele up in there to sort of aid him with that low center of gravity and being able to just whistle away from defenders. But speaking of whistling away from defenders, it's Warsi in the box, desperate defending
No.
from Mufu, and again
No.
he survives.
Yeah, this is Varsi, overthinking this, right? There were few chances where he could have really gone in for that shot, but reluctant, and this could be the break that Mufu needed. Takes the shot, but no.
Yeah, I think the angle became a little too prohibitive for him. I think he needed to take that shot a fraction earlier and go again across goal and go to that far post, because it did look like the near post was covered over there. But good chances being created by Mufu over here, and he has the corner. And now Imad just offering him some advice, maybe a routine they've worked on before. We saw Ankit pull off a spectacular corner routine in our last match, and maybe it's going to take something like that, because it is going to take something special to break this deadlock now. It's a really, really cagey game, just 10 minutes left on the clock. And you would think now that one goal will win this game.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point definitely, but then again, Bengaluru FC had their few chances, but this one was ever so close, and Mufu almost had it in, out for another corner with De Bruyne heads with Ronaldo, but not really the result that he would have wanted with just 8 minutes. Now this is where Varsi really needs to put the pedal to the metal away if he needs to score a goal, just trying to buy out a little bit of time, wanting to keep the final attack onto himself, but cannot afford these cheap giveaways, and this is going to get deadly. Getting Pele in over there, has to look for the cutback, but Varane making the save, but still, it's an offside.
It's an offside, and well, there you can see, Ronaldinho being taken off, Pele and Ronaldo on, and immediately those chances coming in. Of course, it is a factor of how late in the game it is, but now big opportunity for Varsi over here. If he can make this count, he gets it in. Unfortunately, not the player he wanted over there in Cancelo, being the aggressor, so couldn't really do much in terms of skill moves. And now it's last chance saloon for Mufu as he comes forward. He gets the turn going now. Can he find the pass? It's Mbappe. Ronaldo free, unmarked in the middle, but the cross a little just under hit over there. And again, Varsi now. It's end-to-end stuff. Each player thinks that they are capable of winning it. Can Varsi get the goal? It would be a sickening blow for Northeast United NFC if this ball goes into the box right now. It's so tense. Getting the bridge in there, and then it is cleared out. And Mufu heaves a sigh of relief. A very close and cagey last few minutes over there, and does end 0-0, which sets us up perfectly.
Yes.
For Sagnik up against Imad.
Yeah, the clash of titans is what is on the line next. But again, both these players, they try to do a lot, and of course, getting Pele back up, substituting quite a lot of his players. Then we sort of saw Mufu really stepping up in those final few moments. But the question still arrives: that was it just too late? And for Varsi, I really felt he could have scored a lot of goals had he not really, started to double question himself in those few moments. Should have gone in for a direct YOLO approach, which a lot of players do. In fact, Imad does a lot. Ashwin lately has started developing that trait, and Ankit Gupta, that's pretty much natural with him. So you've got the best players that you potentially can have in FIFA 22. All you've got to do is just take those shots with it, and so many plethora of chances had been created, but nothing really going in through.
Yeah, and over there, I think if Mufu was playing with a bit more freedom, maybe the old Mufu at the start of the tournament would have tried to chip the keeper over there. because there was plenty of space in behind him. He created good opportunities. This header as well, I mean, you can see it was just clawed out of the corner. That was sailing in. I don't think Pele on the line had the height to clear that off. So big opportunity. And well, he'll be relieved to have at least got the draw out of this, creating a lot of goal scoring opportunities. Statistically, you can say winning that game, but unfortunately, the result suggests otherwise, and it is of course a 0-0 draw for Northeast United and Bengaluru FC. And yeah, it's going to be a very close and cagey second game, or maybe it could be an absolute 7-goal thriller. That's what we're hoping for anyway.
Yeah, because the last time these two people went up against each other, it was a different affair altogether. Northeast United FC getting the better out of that entire matchup. But I get the voice in my head saying that there's an interview lined up with one of the players. And there we go, heading in. We do have Mufu with us. So, Mufu, a lot on the line, but not exactly the result that you expected. What went wrong?
Nothing. I think one or two chances I should have done better. Especially one, I got a one-on-one,
Yeah.
and I saw he moved keeper actually, and I went near post,
Yeah.
but Mbappe took too long to take the shot. So
Oh,
me going near post didn't work out. And yeah, I had one or
Yeah.
two chances. I mean, it was I think it was an equal game. He couldn't get the shots, but he still had good attacks. Some moments were
Yeah.
threatening, but yeah, equal game.
But yeah. But I think you'll be happy at least to have got your defense sorted out a little bit. You've been conceding a lot of goals that generally you wouldn't early on in the tournament over the last few weeks. So is that something that you've been working on a little bit? Also, we saw you're back with Ronaldinho again. We're never sure. He's always, it's like a Schrodinger's Ronaldinho. Is he in? Is he out? We have no idea. So what was the what's the thinking there?
I actually when I'm playing friendlies and I tried to play without Ronaldinho, but I couldn't like create anything. So I had to bring him back, and yeah, now he'll stay. He's not going out now.
he's definitely
It's
not. But
just yeah,
yeah. Hey, go
it's
on, go
just
on.
that today I needed that I think clinic cause I haven't been on a good run, so I wasn't clinical in front of goal. One or two chances I could have done better, and but
Yeah.
yeah, move on.
Don't- I mean, don't you feel like having a card like Ronaldo 9, or maybe someone else could have could have given you a better chance at scoring a goal than Ronaldinho?
No, I don't think so. I think the way I play, usually the striker doesn't get that many chances. It's the wingers, with the through balls, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wingers get the chances. Not the striker is more or there to dribble and lay the ball off. So that's
Yeah.
why I am not playing CR7. I was playing him up front, but I'm not liking him because he can't pass that well.
Well, let's hope he doesn't hear you saying that. But anyway, thanks, Mufu. Best of luck for the next game, and we'll catch you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. I love this guy. He's so pretty straightforward. I don't like CR7's passing stats. Well, a card that a lot of other players have been opting for a lot, especially
Yeah.
Ankit Gupta, oozing out everything that he possibly can out of CR7, be it the header, be it the crosses that he sends, and every other thing. And Mufu is again one of those players who loves to have Zlatan also come into his
Yeah.
lineup. But that apart, now we've got the two big guns going up against each other. Shagnik against Imad. Now this is the match that everyone has been waiting for, right? And this has never happened before, because the last time Shagnik did go against Mufu, and it was Mufu who did come out with a win, and Imad was in a blistering form against Wasi, hit him for 6 goals. So a lot on the line, like we've already discussed. The battle for the fourth spot is what we are all here for. And here we are, the kickoff, and again Bengaluru FC in their blues from left to right, and Northeast United FC in their white from right to left.
Yeah, let's see how these two boys approach the games. I mean, it's not been going particularly great for Imad as well. He's not quite been in the form that he suddenly got into. I think midway through the tournament, he was just smashing everyone for 6 goals. We saw him beat Varsi with very, very heavy 6-2 margin. We saw him beat Saran 6-0. So he was really pulling out the big guns, and that's really what seemed to propel Northeast United FC briefly to the top of the table. But Sagnik now utilizing those quick bursts of pace from Mbappe, trying to get in behind, and it does look like it is going to be more of the same tactics. I get the feeling we might see a lot of those long balls played in behind from Imad, maybe some long shots as well, because that's generally his go-to. And now a big opportunity there. I think he would have hoped that would go to the fullback, but big opportunity. Takes the shot, has the early goal, and that is exactly what he needed. I noticed that just before that goal happened, there was a pause cued by Bengaluru FC. So maybe something tactically that Sagnik got wrong, but no time to think about that now because it is 1-0.
Yeah, and just when you were kind of trying to hope that nothing goes in, he conceded, right? And maybe we get to ask Shagnik what he wants to change. But look at how Mbappe really found, and he was dancing inside the box just through all that defense, and Imad having no trouble whatsoever to score one early in. But this is it, right? We've seen that Sagnik is a player after conceding, he kind of starts getting deadly and scores one right after. So we're clearly going to be seeing now Shaknik being on the attacking front, and Imad has to play a little bit defensive for now, has to rely on those counter attacks. We know that he has those plethora of moves, especially that messy finesse shot, and he keeps getting deadlier. So Shagnik has got to watch out for that. But for now, with CR7 on that right wing, he wanted to get in, but now he's wanting to secure a good spot or good fine play where he can put that pass properly and get a goal for his team.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, Imad will definitely want to win this game because, as mentioned previously, Northeast United's co-op game not necessarily the best, particularly of late. It's not quite been happening for them. Imad just about managing to get that out. He's looking in good form though. Early on, you would have to say in this game, he's really looking confident, and I'm sure that that opening early goal would have settled whatever nerves he had going into this cheap giveaway, but managing to just snap it off the toes back again with Ruud Gullit, and now quick passing, trying to get moving as soon as possible, not giving Sagnik that opportunity to set his defense, going in with Bellingham now, and almost, well, it does somehow find its way to Ronaldo 9. The ball still appears almost magnetically attached to Northeast United FC's feet, but it does finally come undone. And well, Marquinhos wins that ball back again, and Northeast United can look to build, looking on the right flank, and now coming back central to build something more concrete.
Oh yeah, and I think at this particular moment, Bengaluru FC, they already have their backs against the wall. They'll have to find some way to pierce through Imad's defense, which is not going to be easy, but Shagnik doesn't like easier things, right? He's one of the players, one of the oldest players we've seen in the circuit. With Ronaldo, does have a chance, he can go for it, goes with the master ruler, not really working out the way he wanted, as the ball now has been stolen away, and Imad now is on a counter-attack.
Yeah, good opportunity again for Imad. He would love to go into this halftime with two goal lead. Of course, we're just halfway through the first half, but he's doing well. He's looking confident in that ball, and he's really looking the more likely player to score at this point in the game. Now goes with Pele, goes with that long shot, but may have been better served with actually running into the box and taking that shot from just a little bit closer. But the alarm bells are definitely ringing for Sagnik over here. It doesn't seem like he's able to quite cope with everything Imad is throwing at him. Foul in the middle of the park over there. Didn't seem much in it, but the referee decided otherwise.
Yeah, and it's sort of gonna be in this particular moment a situation where we would really want it to be equalized in the first half, right? Oh, and Neymar Jr. This is a good chance for Shagnik to go at it, passes it on towards CR7, Bellingham with the rescue. And this is what I was talking about, right? At a certain point, you would see those long finesse shots being taken, and this is an interesting steal.
Yeah, well, it was getting interesting for Sagnik over there, but unfortunately he couldn't quite keep it. And now on the right flank, he's being pressed pretty high, but he's managing usually to find those gaps. And behind, a lovely little dummy over there to get Ronaldo in. He needs to wait for CR7 to come back on side. I think CR7 a little too eager over there. I think both Northeast United FC players not particularly happy with CR7 these days. One saying that he can't pass, the other one saying he runs too early. Uh, well, so the CR7 seems to be getting criticism everywhere, not just in real life, but also in FIFA these days. But no time for Sagnik to think about that. Just about keeps it in, and will be looking now to try and breach that defense, which has looked pretty solid at the moment.
Oh, and we'll have to see how this goes along, and this could be a very good chance. Shagnik has been looking a little flimsy on that final third, right? Again, the similar problems with Warsi is happening with Shagnik. He's kind of doubting himself. He should just go for the shot. You never know, it might work out, or maybe this starts as he finally finds it in just at the stroke of that halftime whistle. Bengaluru FC finds themselves a much needed goal, and we are leveled up.
Yeah, and I think Imad will be a little annoyed with himself. I think extended too much on defense over there. And yes, we are back level again. Absolutely dead level in this game, of course, because the first game did end in a draw. And well, as things stand, I don't think this is the end of the goals, because both players look like they're going to score more. And particularly Imad looks threatening every time he gets forward. And I'm sure he's going to get another opportunity to find the back of the net. It's just whether he will be able to take it this time. Sagnik nipping in, getting that ball back, and half time, yet again, it is dead level. It is 1-1.
Now, this is interesting. This is exciting for around here. And now Varsi is giving him all that he can, impart, right? Because he's been observing, and it's always nice to have a third eye view, right? Someone else telling, this is something that you could have done better. And this is where, Shaknik really did not see him coming. Now, again, Imad, we've seen him score such goals, and in the second half, what are we going to anticipate? Those long range shots in. He's got a plethora of, he's got an arsenal of attacks that he can go after Shagnik over there. So Shagnik really needs to watch out. And
Yeah,
what's
I
going to
mean,
be, yeah.
he has plenty of things that he can do, and for now, I think he's been playing it okay. He's generally been doing a good job, and he just needs to tighten up that defense just a little bit. I think one defensive slip has really cost him, getting a little too eager to win that ball, and then of course just allowing Sagnik to have an easy shot on goal. So plenty of things to improve for both players. You have to say. I think Sagnik can improve his attacks a little bit. Imad can improve his defense just a little bit. I do expect we're going to see more goals. We see Messi on for Pele at half time. So it does look like Imad might be going for those signature long range shots of his very soon.
Oh yeah, and right now at this particular moment, like we can see, second half is already on way, and this is just exactly what you're mentioning about, right? Shagnik has got to watch out for this, and you've played a lot of FIFA 22. Which goalkeeper is the best suited for defending or rather guarding shots like that?
I think whichever keeper has the best relationship with the divine intervention, because there's no there's no set pattern to which shot flies in, flies out. It's really down to statistics and probabilities, and sometimes they go in. And I think a lot of players like Akash, we did see last time out, he's really got the handle of it. I think the distance that you take the shot out from as well makes a difference. Of course, long shots have been nerfed quite a bit in recent times, so it's not as easy as it used to be. Although Akash for Jamshedpur FC made it look ridiculously easy, as he did manage to score two of those in separate games in our last match. But of course, focusing here on Bengaluru FC against Northeast United FC, it's important for Imad to not be impatient, because that's really what led to him conceding that first goal. Trying to get that ball, trying to win that ball too early, and now this is where he has to be very smart on defense. And he does manage to do that. The ball still with Bengaluru FC, not committing because Sagnik over there was trying to move left and right, trying to get him to commit to one direction. And again, Well done over there. Nice little lobbed pass to get out of trouble. And now, will he look for that long ball in behind? Not yet. Uh, didn't quite feel he had enough bodies to support and complement a long range ball over there. And now, getting forward, I don't think he wanted that ball to go to Mbappe. I think he wanted it to go to Hakimi. Could have played that ball early. This time with Messi, has the opportunity, takes that shot in at
Wow.
the near post with the weak foot, brings Messi in, and he makes it count.
Yeah, and this is something that Shagnik was not anticipating at all. That he would go at a shot, he would go take a shot at this point, and with that foot. And this is what I was talking about, right, Azim? You've got to go for
Yeah.
it. You've got to take the leap, and you've got to trust your card that he will deliver. And yes, there you go. And this is where I really like Imad's approach towards FIFA. Quite unconventional, and boy oh boy, it works out perfectly well.
Yeah, it just opened up for him over there, and he decided, you know what, I'm just going to go in and smash this as hard as I can. Couldn't quite tell there if there was a manual keeper movement which opened up that near post and sort of convinced him that that was the right option, or whether it was just him playing on instinct. But either way, it is a goal for Northeast United FC. It is a goal that, if things stay like this, it guarantees them 1 point, and of course, then they can start searching for all three in game three. But man, you have to feel that this is the point of the season where it gets so heartbreaking that one of these sets of teams potentially is not going to make it through. I think we can all agree that SC's Bengal are probably going to make it into the top four. And then you've got all these teams, Bengaluru FC, Northeast United FC, all these guys who've played so well throughout the tournament. There's Chennai NFC, FC Goa, Jamshedpur is in there. Kerala Blasters FC still in, just about with a shout if they manage to win their game. So, well, it's going to be a heart-rending moment when these teams finally officially get mathematically knocked out. But for now, we can enjoy the competition, we can enjoy the tension, and tension I'm sure there is, particularly in that Bengaluru FC bench.
Yeah, a lot of tension, a lot, because now the previous two matches were just kind of trying to halt people's top four berths, right? But this one is right at the spot, right at the sweet spot, I must say, because like we've already discussed, Bengaluru FC, a lot on the line over here. If they lose this one out, they're giving it away towards the boys to Northeast United FC. So that is something that they would not want for themselves, because the way the first game went. But right now, if Imad wins it all, right, Northeast United FC, they're getting to that fourth spot. If the co-op game is won by Bengaluru FC and they lose this one, that's the 1 point that both of them will have to be satisfied with, and we're back to where we really started.
Yeah, there's so many permutations and combinations. Very strange one there from Sagnik. I don't think that's what he intended to do. And I have to say, though, and just until the point he gave that ball away, I think Imad was doing a really fabulous job of holding on to possession, passing and moving really effectively. And I think I have cursed him now, because the moment I mentioned how good his passing was, he immediately decided to give the ball to Bengaluru FC. And a substitution is being queued, and I wonder now if Imad is just deciding to try to see this game out. It's all going to hinge on what happens with this play as we approach the 80-minute mark. Sagnik now getting plenty of bodies forward, and again, well played over there, sensibly played, and again, a very cheap giveaway, and this has really cost Northeast United FC in recent times, these cheap midfield giveaways. This time they get away with it, and again, given away. And now he gets it back. Let's see if he gives it away again. This time playing it a bit sensibly, and oh my god, that's taking too many risks. And again, it's been given away to Bengaluru FC. Huge moment. It's won back and given back. It's just okay, one back again. This time, hopefully, he can keep it together. Big opportunity for a switch of play to find Messi in that moment.
Yeah.
But now I think Imad will be happy to just try and see this out, or will he?
And if he can manage to find a goal out of this one, which we definitely will, this is lights out. Good night, Shagnik, is what Imad says. As Northeast United FC have finally managed to beat Shagnik over there. And there you have it. now Imad, he's going to be satisfied. He knows that this is in the bag. This is going nowhere from here.
Yeah, well, definitely this game is in the bag, but of course in co-op, still plenty to play for. Getting Bellingham in there, lovely, just the little flick of the left stick to move him around the keeper, and that's exactly what was needed in that moment. And well, now the tension starts on the Bengaluru FC bench, but of course we do know that co-op is one of their strengths. We do know that they have beaten Northeast United FC in co-op the last time these two teams met. So while as things stand, the 1 point is guaranteed for Northeast United FC. It is by no means a foregone conclusion that they will get all 3 points, because, of course, they have to avoid defeat in game 3.
Yeah, somehow, right? At this point, the only thing that Shagnik would be looking forward to is getting that win in that co-op game. And there you can see Ibrahimovic brought up, and Imad trying to make that little sly move, but still, as we can see, Bengaluru FC a last-ditch effort for them, and yeah, this is pretty much sealed.
Yeah, he's still going for the goal, and I can understand why, because the goal difference for Northeast United FC is actually so poor compared to the teams around them, that every single goal they score can actually count. And of course, when they're playing up against Bengaluru FC, who have such a vastly superior goal difference. Right now, I believe it was plus 21 for Bengaluru FC and minus 6 or minus 7 for Northeast United FC, and that of course would have improved a bit with this game, probably up to minus 5. And there you go, a bit of a shake of the head from Mufu, saying, you know what, if I had won that game, there was 3 points in the bag, we could have just chilled out for that third game. But there you have it. It is 3-1. Imad doing the double, you could say, over Bengaluru FC. Managing to beat both team members across the course of the league stage. And now, of course, it all goes to game 3, where Northeast United FC, in order to get those 3 points, simply have to avoid defeat. And conversely, Bengaluru FC, to get 1 point, have to win the match.
Oh yeah, and at this point, Northeast United FC, they've been in a stellar run lately. But initially, they started off really well. In the middle, we saw that little dip coming in. And finally, they look to be settling in. And Imad, I think, we've got to agree with that, right? Has been one of the most consistent players in the eISL. Hasn't really slipped up on a lot of games. As much as young he is, he's a really promising prospect. One of the best that, even hailing from Bangalore, he's going up against his own hometown club, Bengaluru FC, and he's managed to score it for Northeast United FC there. So he's going to be a little bit pesky about that, but still, win is a win. He's going to do his job, and he's done that perfectly well today.
Yeah, and generally has been fairly reliable. Of course, he's had a few games where it's not gone quite well for him, and I'm sure that second goal, the one with Messi, is right up there as a contender for the Teravacha Super Move of the match as well. So let's see if there's anything to trump that in game 3. This was also very, very well worked. So good performance from Imad. It looked like he was getting very nervous, very jittery in just before in that 70 to 80 minute period, and you can see over there the relief that it showed in his face. But a fairly deserved win, you would have to say.
Oh, no questions at that. No questions at that. Especially that final, the last and the third goal that he scored, he knew that this was coming home, right? That is where somewhere down the line, Shagnik really gave up. And now the Northeast United fans, they're going to be so happy with what they saw right now, because the first game, of course, not really going the way that either of those teams wanted. But for all you guys out there watching this stream, we are offering you to get a chance at getting this free NFT called BFleck. All you've got to do is head over to www.terravirtua.io/ISL and get yourself a personalized NFT for any particular jersey. Now, I've got noticed FC Azim is still thinking which color that he's got to go in for. But now we've got amongst us a new finesse video. This is the trick king, the master dribbler, Mufu, who's going to explain you the reasonings behind his skills there.
Hello everyone, I'm Mufaddal Burhani. I play for Northeast United, the Highlanders. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks which are very effective and easy to pull off. So आज के एपिसोड में we will talk about shooting and finishing. जो पहला शॉट मैं आपको बताऊंगा दैट इज़ फिनिश शॉट. वो कैसे मारते हैं कि R1 और सर्कल को दबा के, जस्ट लाइक दिस. फिनिश शॉट तब काम लगता है जब आपको कर्व करके शॉट मारना हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब आपको प्लेयर प्रेस नहीं कर रहा है देन यू कैन टेक अ फिनिश शॉट. आप फिनिश शॉट ऐसी सिचुएशंस में भी यूज़ कर सकते हो व्हेन यू आर 1-on-1 अगेंस्ट द कीपर एंड यू वांट टू स्कोर इन द फार पोस्ट, जस्ट लाइक दैट. जो मैं आपको दूसरा शॉट बताऊंगा दैट इज़ द चिप शॉट. L1 और सर्कल दबा के ये शॉट मारा जाता एंड कीपर के ऊपर से आपको बॉल डालना हो तो ये शॉट यूज़ होता है. यहाँ मैं प्लेयर के साथ जा रहा हूँ एंड ये मैंने चिप शॉट मारा तो कीपर के ऊपर से डालता है. ये मैं आपको दूसरी बार चिप शॉट बताता हूँ. यहाँ मैं बॉल ड्रिबल कर रहा हूँ यहाँ और ये मैंने कीपर के ऊपर से चिप शॉट मारा तो L1 और सर्कल से चिप शॉट मारा जाता है. जो अगला शॉट मैं आपको बताऊंगा दैट इज़ द लो ड्रिवन शॉट. ये शॉट मारने के लिए आपको L1 R1 दबाना है और शूट बटन दबाना है. L1 R1 आपको होल्ड करना है. तो यहाँ मैं प्लेयर के साथ जा रहा हूँ एंड मैं ये लो ड्रिवन शॉट मारा है ऐसे. एक बार मैं आपको फिर से बताता हूँ. लो ड्रिवन शॉट तब यूज़फुल है जब आप पेनल्टी बॉक्स के अराउंड हो और आप लो ड्रिवन मारोगे तो कीपर एंटिसिपेट नहीं करेगा कि यू वुड गो फॉर अ लो ड्रिवन शॉट. सो इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू सेव. सो आई विल शो इट टू यू अगेन जस्ट लाइक दिस. जो लास्ट शॉट मैं आपको बताऊंगा दैट इज़ द टाइम शॉट. इससे आपकी शूटिंग एक्यूरेसी और पावर दोनों बढ़ जाती है. ये शॉट मारने के लिए आपको शूट बटन दबाना है और एज सून एज द प्लेयर इज़ अबाउट टू हिट द बॉल आपको फिर से शूट बटन दबाना है. सो थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स है बट वंस यू प्रैक्टिस यू विल गेट द हैंग ऑफ इट. मैं ये आपको एक और बार टाइम शॉट बताता हूँ. आई एम गोइंग विद द स्ट्राइकर और ये मैंने शूट बटन दबाया एंड आई प्रेस इट अगेन. सो उससे पावर और एक्यूरेसी दोनों बढ़ जाती है एंड यू विल सी नियर द मार्कर प्लेयर के ऊपर ग्रीन टाइम आएगा. सो दैट शोज दैट यू हैव टाइम द शॉट परफेक्टली. लास्टली मैं आपको मेरा फेवरेट स्किल मूव बताऊंगा दैट इज़ द सोम्ब्रेरो फ्लिक. और बहुत ही कूल मूव है एंड मैंने eISL में भी यूज़ किया है. ये स्किल करने के लिए आपको राइट एनालॉग को प्लेयर के आगे 2 बार फ्लिक करना है और प्लेयर के पीछे 1 बार. मैं आपको करके एक बार बताता हूँ. सो दिस इज़ हाउ यू डू इट. इट लुक्स वेरी नाइस एज वेल. लेट्स ट्राई इट अगेन. होपफुली दिस टाइम आई विल स्कोर. सो ये मैंने फ्लिक किया एंड शूट. एट द एंड आपकी ड्रिबलिंग और पासिंग जितनी भी अच्छी हो but if you aren't able to finish off your chances, it will mean nothing because goals win you games. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like and comment and make sure to watch eISL matches on Nordwin Gaming's Facebook and YouTube channel. Thank you.
Wow, I mean that was so enlightening, right? Considering the fact that you get to learn all these things, all these various types of shots, because sometimes noobs like me just go and hit the circle, right? You could do so much along with that. Kudos to Mufu, not just to teach me and all the other viewers out there as well of how shots are supposed to be taken. And I love the part that he explained when you've got to take those shots.
Considering he didn't score too many goals or any goals in his own game, probably needs to take a couple of those shots himself as well. But let's see if he's going to be taking any shots in this match here. Of course, this is game 3 where NorthEast United FC, of course, will be looking to try and seal the deal. A good long ball in behind. I think an early goal for them would really strengthen their position in trying to get all 3 points. And it could be an early goal. It is an early goal. It is CR7. There you go. Oh. And again, the merit and the value of crossing that ball into the box is shown. And let me just say, if it was Ronaldinho in that position, that was probably not a goal.
Okay, clearly saying that you're not really satisfied. But yeah, look at this. This works out so perfectly fine, right? I think the last time, if you remember, Azim, Northeast United FC played the co-op game. It was Mufu's draft, right? It was Mufu's
Yeah.
player composition that they went for. But this time they've switched on to Imad's, believe, and pretty much has worked out. Look at this. So perfectly well executed. You get so much option when you've got Ronaldo 7 coming in at that point, right? He's got that massive jumping power and his header accuracy is out of the roof, right? And there you have it again, a very early lead for Northeast United FC, and Bengaluru FC will have to play a catch-up game in a matchup where nothing more than a victory is going to satiate their hunger.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, let's see what they can do. I think it's a big moment for Northeast United FC because it gives them a buffer. They can now afford to concede that one goal and still be in a comfortable position in the game. So a good early start for them. And Bengaluru FC, I think, will be having a little bit of a PTSD throwback to the middle of their season where the results were just not quite going their way. They've really been in great form of late, getting the results, but this time Northeast United FC really looking like they mean business.
Yes, I think the boys have finally buckled up, right? Lately, we've been seeing those little lousy plays, and clearly, Imad and Mufu were not really happy with how they've been playing. And Mufu is one of the players. He's like, he's got a bad game. He's like, I played really bad. He out in the open, he just says it up loud, and now he's got another chance with Pele going in.
Woo!
Takes that shot, but Marquinhos legs in those final few moments, making the save as Bengaluru FC. Today, the defense has been completely all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely all over the place for the moment. But if they can keep scoring, or rather start scoring, then they can really mitigate the damage
Oh,
that is being caused over there. For the moment, it works out well enough. And well, let's see if they can capitalize on a few slips that might show up in Northeast United FC's defense. They have not traditionally been the strongest. In the co-op games. However, that said, usually when they take an early lead in the game or are in control of the game, they tend to see it out.
yeah, that's going to be so important. That's going to be so necessary. But nothing of that sort's really happening there. And now we're in a sort of a junction. We've got to see if Northeast United FC can find one more. But no, ball really stolen away with Neymar Jr. He's going to try and go in from the left wing, but Hakimi reads that play perfectly fine and goes in there for an interception. Now with Pele, they're taking that run. What was their intention to kind of pass it to the back lines?
Yeah, not quite working out over there. But for Bengaluru FC, they need that goal ASAP. Like they need it immediately to really then start putting the pressure on. We did see under pressure, Imad really did start giving that ball away very cheaply in midfield. So if you put enough pressure on Northeast United FC, they can crack. But a big gap over there. And if they can get the goal here, they can't. But still an opportunity. Now with Ronaldo, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty. The rainbow kick. It's not. What? What on earth happened there? Is he offside?
No, I don't think that was offside by any margins. Uh,
Oh my goodness! The referee is playing havoc here.
Bufu and Imad were surprised as well, but no time to breathe as Bengaluru FC they score one, and that is definitely gonna hurt Northeast United FC. They were not yet over the fact that how on earth was not a penalty, and right after on the counter attack, Bengaluru FC hit one in, and now we're leveled up. It's one each, 25 minutes into the game, the perfect co-op game that you could ask for, and most importantly for Bengaluru FC, as they really desperately need this win.
Yeah, well, but plenty of chances still coming Northeast United FC's way, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get another goal relatively soon. Trying to go for that little turn, not quite the Bolasi flick that Ankit Gupta has taught us about many times, but of course, pretty effective turn. As things stand, of course, Northeast United FC still are in the position to pick up all 3 points and trying to head that ball out now to Mbappe. It didn't quite work over there. It's such an interesting game. I think this game could be one of those crazy high-scoring thrillers. The ball played out over there, and yeah, let's see how this goes now. We do see Hullet over there, Mbappe in trying to get that ball, but again it's lost. Again it's lost. Bengaluru FC have the opportunity to start building, and the longer it stays 1-1, the more nervy it's going to get for Bengaluru FC. I mean, for Northeast United FC. I mean, I think they would almost even prefer it that if Bengaluru FC, if you guys have to score, just score now and be done with it so that we know what to do. And they might just be doing that here.
No way.
Great turn. This time, hit at the feet of Van der Sar. I think they were fortunate with the last time out with the goal. The time finish just snuck between the keeper's legs. But this one struck firm, struck hard, and struck straight at the keeper.
Oh yeah, I mean this is just getting so much more exciting, right? Especially for Bengaluru FC, and I think at this point they definitely are going all in, and this suddenly feels like a whole new breath into the game has been added right now. And where do we go with this? It's getting the second half is definitely going to answer all that question. But imagine, Azim, before the first half coming to a close, if Bengaluru FC can manage to get themselves into a lead, it would be so much more exciting. As Neymar Jr. trying to, in fact, looking for that cutback, but has gone out for a corner.
Yeah, let's see if they can do something from here. It's well defended over there. Yet another reason to have Ronaldo in the team. He helps you in defensive situations also. That heading ability is so crucial in defending corners. And with Mbappe over there, maybe I thought a slide tackle might have been worth it over there, might have led to a turnover. But Bengaluru FC still have the ball now as we're taking close towards half time. And well, if they can get a goal right now and just leave Northeast United FC to stew over it for halftime, I think they would be absolutely delighted. They might just get that opportunity here with Neymar and now with Ronaldo. Definitely a shot, but saved by the keeper again. No mistake with the time finish over there. But Van der Sar doing the job, coming up clutch for Northeast United FC again. Will it be Ronaldo? This time it's seen out. It will be a goal kick. Oh no, it's going to be a corner. So final chance for Bengaluru FC. Let's see if they have a routine up their sleeves. It's got to be direct over here. And I do think we're going to see a ball into the box. There we go. It's CR7, but nothing to do over there. The ball is cleared out. It is 1-1. And for Bengaluru FC, still work to do for Northeast United FC. It's a choice. Do we now sit and hang on to what we have, or do we still keep attacking?
This is what I am been loving from Bengaluru FC lately. That sudden outburst of press play from their side, right? This match started off with Northeast United FC. It was just kickoff and they went in with the goal. And always catching Bengaluru with FC with their pants down. Not just in this game, but even the previous one. So that sort of is a setback already for them to try and make a comeback into it. But I think they've shown some amazing resilience over there of not giving up. And now heading into the second half, it was so important for Northeast United FC that the halftime whistle blows off, because they really needed to get some steam down. Because if that went on, Bengaluru FC might have scored another. But it feels like that as they do not want to look back. Such aggressive play. And where do Northeast United FC go from here, Azim?
Well, I'll tell you what happened right now is that Messi has been brought on for Pele, and if you remember what happened in the last game between Imad and Sagnik, the scores were tied at halftime, and then suddenly Messi came on and blasted one into the top corner of the near post. This time the header, but CR7 can't get it past the keeper. Huge opportunity, but headed straight to the keeper. Let's see if they have a new set piece routine up their sleeve, or are they going to try to just find the header into CR7? It does look like that's the case. Ball goes in, header one, but header also wide.
Oh, all right. So, I mean, this is exactly what we wanted, right? Game is on. Both these teams going at each other. No stones unturned over here. And now it's a one each score line. We still are yet to see who's going to score that very crucial winner. Because if it stays at as it is, then Northeast United FC, they're going to be taking home not just one, but 3 points in their bag. Now, all comes down to Bengaluru FC. If they manage to score the winner here, then they're going to be sharing points along with Northeast United FC, because regardless, at least Northeast United FC have been assured that 1 point, which could have
Oh!
all changed, but no.
Oh, I mean, my eyes lit up over there thinking, oh my God, has Neymar done it again? Is he going to get Messi in for a second potential winning goal? But wasn't to be. That pass was just under hit. And now Bengaluru FC is a threatening position. In with Ronaldo, in with the chance, in with the goal. And now Northeast United FC have to go chasing this game to try and get those 3 points.
Oh yeah, oh yes. But this is getting so much more exciting right now. Just at the right time, they read that there was that little bit of opening that they could capitalize on, and now Imad, he's got to rack up his brains. He's got to come up with something over here, because if they don't score that equalizer, then those 3 points are gonna get away, and they're gonna have to settle with just one, and that must be dementing to them, right? They're here to clinch that fourth spot away from Bengaluru FC, and they do not want to settle for anything less than that.
Absolutely. They need to sort their heads out to Northeast United FC. I mean, they're not looking bad in attack. I think defensively, they're leaving too many gaps over there. I think, again, it's a case of getting a little bit excited to try and win that ball back. And, of course, there is the nerves, which is a huge factor as well that plays in over here. So, Northeast United FC, if they can somehow steal that equalizing goal over here, I think it's going to be a huge result, potentially massive result for their season. It could be really the difference between that top four and not making it. So they will, and I'm sure they recognize the importance as well for Bengaluru FC. They're going out and trying to do all they can. Vinicius Junior is on as well, and so good over there. And again,
Wow!
it's banged into the top corner just out of nowhere. Bengaluru FC have come storming back in, and I did warn you, the Bengaluru FC, when it comes to co-op, are actually the superior unit when you put these two teams together, and they are showing it. Brilliant over there, just waltzing between two defenders and smashing it in before Northeast United FC had any chance to react themselves.
Oh, and this is something that I think Zim was missing in the first two games, right? The tendency to score, because every single time they were getting to the final third, and then they were not going for it, right? They're double questioning themselves, double guessing, and now they find that perfect pass that they need, and well, they're working out together. They're working out together. They're talking to each other, and it's paying off for them. And for Northeast United FC, I think it's going to be so much more difficult to try and force a comeback from this particular position. Oh, no way, no way. The audacity of taking a shot with Gullet from over there.
Yeah, well, we've seen stranger things happen in the eISL. Let's just put it that way. And I think now Bengaluru FC, I think they would feel reasonably confident that they have this win, or rather this 1 point in the bag. But if Northeast United FC can grab a goal before that 80 or 85-minute mark, then we could be for an absolute grandstand finish. It's going to take Northeast United FC really digging deep. It's going to take a massive comeback, massive show of skill and grit for them to come back. And do they have that? These are the games that really matter as two players slide in and miss the ball completely. And there is an opportunity over here for Bengaluru FC to really rub it in and even make it 4-1.
Oh yeah, it just keeps getting worse from for Northeast United FC from around here, right? They were eyeing out for those points, and Vinicius Junior finding that perfect opening, gives it towards Eusebio, who scores. And this is exactly what Bengaluru FC were missing in their individual games. But when it comes to teamwork, they have shown some massive improvements, and I think they would be happy at least with that 1 point being secured for them. I think this is pretty much lights out.
Oh yeah, definitely. No way back for Northeast United FC from here. 13 minutes, 3 goals. I don't really see it happening for them. So maybe, I mean, for them as well, they can maybe just sort of try to enjoy it. It will be a bit of an annoying blow for them. I think if they were to lose this game, they would have been happy to lose it like by 4-0 and not have taken that early lead, because, of course, that early lead gave them hope. And of course, once you've had hope and then it gets wiped out, that's always an even worse feeling. But Cancelo into the box, he's offside though. He's offside, and another could have been a big opportunity to get CR7's head onto that ball, but not to be. And it does look now almost entirely certain that Bengaluru FC are going to see this out.
Yeah, just with just 10 minutes to go. I don't think there's any chance on earth that Northeast United FC are going to find anything out. Few consolation goals maybe, because has been a really quiet game from their side, just apart from that 2 minute early goal. Nothing more. We've got to see. It has been a Bengaluru FC show in this particular matchup, which even got more exhilarating in the second half. And look at the way they're passing, right? Completely just toying around with NUFC's defense and the Highlanders. Oh, they're not going to be pleased with the outcomes of today's evening. Those 3 points looked right in front of their eyes just to get snatched away.
Yeah, and considering they gave themselves that buffer as well with the early goal, I think that's what will really disappoint them the most, that they couldn't see it out. But listen, Bengaluru FC, we've said time and again, one of the best co-op units within the eISL. I think there's probably only really FC Goa and SC's Bengal who really match up to them, and you could say potentially Chennai and FC as well, who are as consistent as these guys when it comes to co-op. And this could be a proper spanking in this game with 5-1, not to be, oh, or is it to be? Almost a free chance given away by Northeast United FC and now cleared away. And with the extra time pretty much over, I think this is it. And there you go. It's 4-1 to Bengaluru FC. And well, honors even. The spoils are shared with 1 point each for Bengaluru FC and Northeast United FC.
Yeah, and both these teams were here for a win, but they'll be settling up with just those 1 points secured in their names. And I'm pretty sure at this moment, who are the ones who are going to be happy? I think it must be Kerala Blasters FC over here who are aching to win all their games after this. And if these teams are going to be getting draws up against each other, and Kerala Blasters FC they get a lot of wins, I think there's a potential chance, Azim, where we
Yeah.
might see them in the top four. And the eISL, the run for top four has never been more exciting than before.
Oh, absolutely. And another team that will be reasonably happy with this result is, of course,
Oh
Jamshedpur
yes.
FC, who had the opportunity to get all 3 points and dropped them. I think they'll be looking at it as both ways, that, if we had got those 3 points, we would have had a nice buffer on these teams. But I think they can also look at it as damage limitation and say that, one of those teams could have run away from us. But now, listen, we're still in touch. And yeah, that fourth spot just keeps getting tighter and tighter with every game. FC Goa will be relatively pleased with this result as well, with 3 games in hand on a lot of these teams. They'll be looking pretty confident, and probably are my second pick to make it into the top four.
Because let's be honest, at least SC East Bengal, that one spot that is secured, right? No one on planet Earth right now can contest Ankit Gupta and Shantan for that top spot. Mumbai
Yeah.
City FC's second spot, Chennai's third, and the fourth spot. I think that is where we're talking business. But then again, Mumbai City FC, they have also kept them ahead of the curve with 14 games played and 26 points earned, and Chennai at 25. But Bengaluru FC, had they sort of won this, things could have been different, right? They could have gotten the third spot primarily, but no, they did not. Now they're sitting at 24. Jamshedpur FC, they played 16 games, so that is a little bit concerning. And the same can be said for Northeast United FC, who have played 16 games and have gotten 23 points. So FC Goa, I think Vanshaj would be pretty happy, Vanshaj and Afnan, because with all these teams now sharing points, he's got to feed a lot of them with burgers, which he would not mind, as long as he's got a chance to fight for that 78 lakh rupees prize pool.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, if we look at the XG, I think Northeast United FC created a lot of good chances, particularly in that first half. Were just not able to put them away. And if they had gone into that halftime at 2-0 or even 2-1 up, I think they could have easily held out
Yeah.
and managed. But unfortunately for them, Bengaluru FC proving, as we have seen, that they were the better co-op unit for sure in the night, as we can see from the scorecard. The draw between Varsi and Mufu, a pretty emphatic win for Imad, getting the 3-1, and then an even more convincing win. And I'll tell you what that doesn't help at all is Northeast United FC's goal difference, because yes, it might be a draw, but they've actually got a negative goal difference coming out of this game, which is going to make that top four spot even harder.
Yes, and not just that, right? We've got Jamshedpur FC, they've got a positive one. Bengaluru FC, they've got 22 on their GD over there. But regardless, this particular affair, where, like you said, the spoils were shared, and the points, of course, one each to both these sides. But then again, we've got this sort of throws me down to this point. Who is the hero of the match in this particular scenario? Let's find for ourselves. Has to be Shagnik, scoring all those goals there in the co-op game and ensuring that his team is still in contention. At least he's walking off with that very crucial point.
Yeah, absolutely. Scoring 4 goals, and also considering that him and Imad were level on goals in the MVP stakes, that puts him at a 3-goal advantage to Imad as well. So he'll be quite pleased and content with that. Of course, he would have loved the three points to go with it. And you could say a slight hint of fortune about one or two of those goals, particularly the one in co-op, this one over here, where the tackle was made look like it was done. The time finished all wrong, and it turned out to be a very pivotal goal. And then, of course, the 3-1 is scored immediately after the first goal that they scored, just running through 2 defenders and smashing it in. And then the 4-1 to add the cherry on the cake. Although I think over here most of the good work was done by Varsi, just laying it off. And there you go, a very emphatic 4-1 scoreline, which Northeast United FC won't want to think about that co-op game too much, I guess.
Yeah, I think you've got to give credits to Varsi over here, especially in that co-op game. All those build-ups, such a selfless player, right? And this is the kind of camaraderie that you would want. But this again, now I'm confused. What on earth is going to be, or rather, which on earth is going to be the Terra Virtue Super moment of this particular matchup? So let's find out, and let's see which exact goal is going to be. All right, the second goal of that co-op game certainly looks like that. A very, very good pass coming in from Varsi's side, finding the breakthrough, and there you go. Shagnik not making any mistake, and this is all that they needed to make a comeback.
Yeah, there you go. And Varsi over there also, I think, trying to sort of be the guy who took the lead in this game. And of course, he wanted to make up for his own draw as well. He would have wanted to win that. But now let's look at the leaderboard. All the permutations and combinations that are possible for that top 4 keep getting more and more exciting, with most of these teams having just 4 or 5 games left to play. We see that Northeast United FC sitting on 24 points, but look at that goal difference. Very, very poor on goal difference over there. But so are FC Goa, but they'll have 3 games to improve that and their points tally as well.
Yeah.
So a win for Northeast United FC could have taken them up into 3rd, but now they have to rely on a few favors from teams around them, a few favors from maybe the teams at the bottom of the table as well, to take points off some of those top 7 teams. And we do have, I'm told, Sagnik waiting to have a chat with us. So let's head over. Sagnik, congrats on a good comeback, getting salvaging a point over there. How do you feel about the result? Do you think a point is an okay result today?
No, I think I would have wanted the 3 points, obviously. But
Yeah.
like Emad played really well in his game as well, and yeah, we are happy with 1 point at this point.
But Shaknik, what went wrong with Varsi's game today? Considering you've been having such a good run lately, and I really felt he was double guessing himself in those situations. Had he gone for those shots, could have really scored a few.
Yeah, like he was attacking very well, but the final touch and the final finish was not happening for you. I told him like there are days, every day you can't score
Yeah.
2 to 3 goals. So yeah, I'm happy with his performance as well.
Yeah, but you guys managed to make it work in co-op as well. I think even the last time out against Northeast United FC, you all lost your individual games, but you won the the co-op. So co-ops generally looking good for you all. Do you have that confidence, like, in a game like this, when you need to rescue a point, that your co-op play is usually better than the opposition?
Sound, sound cut.
All right. All right. I
Hello,
think
hello.
he's
Yeah,
having a little bit of issues. So, Sagnik, are you able to hear us?
yeah.
All right. So, what
Yeah.
Azim really wanted to ask was, your co-op has become really, really deadly. So, I think is it something that you're going to rely on even in the future games as well if you slip out on those individual ones?
Yeah, 100%. The main motive is to win the first two games, obviously, but like you can lose any game any day. So yeah, the co-op aspect, Vasi has been helping me a lot in it. Like Vasi is such a selfless player, as you guys told, and like he helps me a lot in the co-op aspect.
And we really
Well,
hope,
yeah.
yeah, I think Azim, that pretty much sums it up because the way you go boys have been playing, I think that top four berth might just get a little bit more spicier considering this draw.
Yeah, I mean 100%. We wanted a win, but a draw. Also, we have to rely on Goa dropping a few points here and there. And yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting. So, yeah, congrats on managing to at least get that draw out. Very good co-op performance for y'all, and all the best for the tournament. 8 teams battling it
Uh,
out for 4 places. It's it's super exciting for us to watch.
Thank you, guys.
all right, cheers. Oh, yeah. Likewise, right? It's not every day you wake up on the right side of the bed, and that is exactly what
Yeah.
happened with Varsi today. But I really, heart goes out to all these players because now for us, for the viewers, it's getting so much more exciting than this because now we were considering 7 teams. Now I think with all these draws coming up today, we got 2 draws,
Yeah.
so the tie has become so much more exciting. And to make things even more better, we are offering you a free NFT worth $19.99. All you've got to do is head over to www.terravirtua.io/ISL. And all you've got to do is sign up and then select a team of your own choice and get your own V-Flake robot.
Yeah, absolutely. I have my eye on that Northeast United FC jersey robot, the nice reflect, and I think I'm gonna go and register and get mine today. But yeah, it's been a very, very good day of FIFA, and we're expecting a lot more.
This is where the sparks are flying, right? A lot of draws secured, and that's how Monday has been. And we hope you all enjoyed the show. But if you liked it, do not forget to hit that like button and also the subscribe button because the finals are just a month short, right? Within a month, we're gonna head off there. But that is all we have to offer for today's games right now. But before we head out, a huge shout out to our sponsors as the eISL is powered by Coca-Cola. Our associate sponsors Hero, our esports partners Northwind Gaming, our platform partners PlayStation, and our digital collectibles partners Terra Virtua. So that being said, Azim and I are going to be calling it a night. So we're going to see you tomorrow. So don't forget to tune in there.